Today we're going to try and squeeze over 150 hours of work into one episode.
Do you know what I'm loving at the moment is getting a glimpse into other people's jobs.
We're a family building our dream home here in the hills of Northern Portugal.
How you doing, Crusoe? Did you dig a good hole?
Yeah.
Our plan is to build a traditional home that's fit for modern use out of reclaimed ancient stone.
Why would you go out and cut a whole bunch of new stone when you could be building out of recycled stuff? I don't know.
We're just getting started with the build, and after demolishing 2 houses on this abandoned property which we purchased in 2021, we've now cleared the land and excavated half of the hill where our house is going to stand. With the groundwork complete, it's finally time to start building this house.
Are we in the right place or not?
There's somebody here.
There's steel, look. There's steel.
Oh, I was expecting like big, not like rebar, I was expecting big, what do you call it? Like bars, you know?
H-bars, T-bars.
Yeah, like big, like...
Clunky.
Yeah.
No. So I think what they're doing is putting rebar together, and then over the top of that they'll pour cement.
Got it. Okay, cool.
I think.
Okay. There, the Schale Nomade.
Okay, Joachim is just on his way. He's going to show us what's what. But these fellas here, they speak a little bit of English, and they've said, which is pretty handy. I tried to communicate in Portuguese, but it didn't work out very well. You know, we'll get there. And I've asked, is this our house that they're building? And they've said yes.
Very cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's our house.
Yeah, it's our house.
The start of it.
Look at, well, yeah, beginning bits. I should imagine they'll set a mould out of wood or metal, and these steels will go inside that mould, and then they will fill up that mould with cement.
Okay, so these are just to keep the cement really, really strong.
Yeah, reinforced concrete,
are
basically.
They like just the bottom foundations, or they like the start of walls as well?
Yeah, it will be foundational structures. So stilts, I would imagine, we'll be building some stilts. Coming up from the ground, we'll be building foundations into the ground, and everything on top of this will grow. The house will grow on top of this.
If you're as confused as I am, comment below. Let
Yeah,
me know.
and
I have no idea. I can't picture it. I don't understand.
I think that's why I don't understand. It's like, are these, you know, these the long wall, you know, I don't know. Anyway, we'll ask Joachim. He'll be able to, well, he'll be able to tell us in Portuguese.
Yeah, I would think so. But it's interesting, there are different diameters and different size steels.
And a piece of paper here that would make absolutely 0 sense to me, but obviously makes a lot of sense to somebody else.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It'd be interesting to hear if you guys were expecting something else as well. I was when you said steels, I was expecting those like almost like the window frames, you know, like big thick things of steel.
Okay.
I was like, oh, it's gonna be like a flat pack thing that comes, like these steels that get like flat pack.
Like Meccano.
Yeah, a bit like that.
Okay.
Rather than the rebar. So I think that's why I'm struggling to visualise like what exactly is going to happen now. Ah, there they are.
Ah, very good.
The people who can help us.
The people that can explain it. Eduardo, Joachim.
Now they are making the boxes of the foundations.
Okay.
They prepared the steel for the pillars, columns.
Okay.
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 And the house will sit on top of those columns.
All the system will be about foundations, columns,
Yeah.
beams, and
Yeah.
slabs, all in concrete.
Okay.
So you have all the main structure, do it in concrete.
This is the skeleton, the bones of our house that we're creating right now.
This is the bones, and after that come the flesh and
Yeah, nice, man. The makeup.
The making is the last phase.
Yeah, that's it. Final phase.
My job.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, my next question, quite literally, was going to be how many meters of steel is our house going to take? How many pieces of it is going? And anyway, Joachim beat me to it. He said, all of the steel that I can see here, that we can see here right now, is going to go into our house. That is a heck of a lot of steel. And it's all different sizes as well. So we've got, I don't know what that is, maybe this one here, this very, very thick, probably, what, 12, 15 mil thickness? That's really, really thick. And then we've got probably 10, 8, and then 5 mil, I think. Those are very rough estimates, but you get the idea. For you guys in America, sorry, inches, you know, this big, this big, this big, this big. So that all of this steel, every single piece of this is going into the build of our house. It's going to take them some time to put together, isn't it? And then of course they're going to load it onto a truck and drive it all the way over to the house. It's not far away from here, but it's really interesting for me to hear the techniques and the way that we're going to build this old stone house with such a modern way of building, and fingers crossed, hopefully by doing that we're going to mitigate some of the problems that old stone buildings have. For example, dampness, condensation dribbling down the insides of stone walls. You know, for me that's the biggest thing of all. I just don't want a beautiful house that doesn't function as a home, you know. So building it with modern techniques like this, really, really important to me. Okay, Eduardo, you're the dude that does the maths. How many meters approximately of steel?
Don't make me this kind of question. That's why we have these sheets in Excel. I have the number there. I don't need to have it in my head.
It's okay. Steel work, very exciting. Everything starts to move apace, and a little bit later on in the episode you're going to see a whole bunch more of that steelwork actually going into place. But for now, I just want to say a very huge thank you, especially at this time of year, to today's sponsor, Surfshark. By sponsoring an episode at least once a month throughout the entire year, they've given us the opportunity to be able to build big projects like you're seeing on our channel today. Surfshark, of course, are a VPN, virtual private network, looking after our internet security. We use Surfshark daily across all of our digital devices, and that's because when you buy one subscription with Surfshark, you're covered for everything. We use it because it encrypts our data, which basically means nobody can get hold of our important stuff that's online. And when we travel, we use it to protect us when we're on public Wi-Fi's. And nifty things like change our IP address's location. We can watch programs on Netflix that we would ordinarily watch in the UK, even here in Portugal. So please sign up using the unique link below, surfshark.com/TheNewbys. By clicking on that link, you're going to be helping support our channel. And now is the perfect time to do it. 4 extra months at an unbeatable price. Thanks, Surfshark, and thank you to all of you guys for supporting our channel.
Right, we're off to the races this morning. It's a really chilly, kind of misty day. We've had the mist rolling through the farm, one of those like classic winter days. And there's a definite bite in the air. For the first time, I packed the boys off to their little forest school with their jackets. But the guys are here this morning, busy checking everything. Eduardo's just come, our architect, to check that all of the angles are absolutely perfect, that everything's in place with the lines and the rebar that the guys have been putting in over the last couple of days. And from this afternoon, we're going to start taking delivery of the steel that we went to go and see the other day to start putting them in place. So it's really important at this point, before cement and kind of, you know, hard foundations start going into place, that all of these angles are absolutely perfect, because once obviously it's cemented in place, there's no moving this house. So Eduardo said we'll be seeing a bit more of him over the kind of coming week as everything starts to kind of get settled in. But it's a big moment. This is very cool. What I'm loving as well is that there's been activity here every single day for the last week or so. We haven't really filmed much of it because the guys have just sort of been beavering away with, they look like small jobs, but they're huge jobs. They've been building their workshop, they've been laying the lines and the rebar and the footprint of the house, and they've been getting everything ready for this next stage when the steels arrive. So, yeah, off we go. Let's build a house. There's a truck coming down the road.
I'm on the phone to my mum.
Hello, Granny.
Hello, say hello to everybody, mum.
Look, look, look.
The steels are arriving. The steels are arriving.
There's our house. Our house is here. Well, sort of. Not really. But parts of our house. Our house is here.
Doesn't look like much at the moment.
No, it
does
doesn't.
So,
I was expecting a crane.
Hey, that's coming. That's coming.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
When?
This is really. the
Yay!
beginning. Thanks, Joachim. This is really the beginning. We went to see them make the steels or put these steels together the other day. It's a really simple process. Just basically a whole bunch of rebar being bent on that machine and wired together. We're going to be sticking this down on the ground and as pylons or stilts coming up, and then boxing it in. Bob's your uncle. That's the beginning of the house.
Who
After
knew?
that, I'm not sure what happens next. We'll see.
We're just here for the ride, aren't we?
Yeah, right now it feels quite odd. Because I would be digging big trenches in the ground and I'd be filling it with cement like I did last time, and then
Messing about with a
building it
level.
all. Yeah.
Is it level this way? Is it level that way? Is it level this way?
Yeah. But we are very lucky because we're just building straight onto rock here. So this is a house. This is a house, everybody, that will be here in 500 years' time. That's for sure. Right. Joachim has asked whether I can come and help.
We think that's what he's asked.
I'm delighted that I get to do something, so I'm on my way.
I love the way how John pretends to understand Portuguese.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
First clean, then put them down, and then more.
Thanks very much. I was just about to say that.
No, you weren't. I know you don't understand as much as me.
What else I'm really appreciating at the moment, and Karen, Barbara, Jenny, you'll also appreciate this, I know, because very often when I'm building myself, you comment on the mess that I build in. These guys keep a tidy house.
They've
Look
literally
at
spent
this.
all morning cleaning the cobbles,
Yeah,
haven't they? Yeah.
I love it.
This is super organised. Look at this. This is Project HQ. These guys have built this little makeshift workshop. And in here they've just got a few tools and stuff. Darling, if you could keep the not garage like this, our world would be a whole lot easier.
For whatever
We don't
reason.
talk about the not garage.
Yeah.
You all know I spent 2 days cleaning it with Joao about 4 months ago.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
We had a kerfuffle this morning, didn't we, darling?
You did, yeah.
And you, anyway, look, this is so tidy.
There we go. Hey, look, there are our plans.
Brackets, they've got our plans.
Let's have a look what's going on here. There they are.
Love it. Look at that. So if you have a quick look at this, and I can explain a little bit. I'll keep it to a minute.
Okay.
In the front here is the lawn. So there's the terrace we were talking about. This is the kitchen with the big windows over the lawn and over the driveway.
Love it.
There's the steps up through the front door, the little hallway, utility room. Underneath is the storeroom.
Mudroom.
Straight through here, mudroom, utility room. Up here is the stairs going to the second floor. This is the dining room, where the dining room table we made from the oak tree we cut down. Beautiful living room. And then I think this is going to be like a snug with bay window at the back, isn't it?
Very,
There's
very.
the courtyard, and the stone house is over here.
My favourite bit is the outside upstairs shower.
Oh, yeah, and there's the upstairs. Yeah, exactly. So here's the upstairs. There's our master bedroom with the outdoor shower and balcony, with the roof of the bay window. There's the second bedroom with bathroom, third bedroom with bathroom, and fourth bedroom over the mudroom with bathroom. And a balcony over the front door, a balcony over the back door, and a balcony over off the bedroom. Obi, come. Come. Good boy. Sit. So as much as John is enjoying the time off and not having to do all the building himself, I think he is also really itching to get involved. Look at those blue skies after the morning we had. What a magnificent afternoon.
Just comparing the hands.
É mais pura a vez cortar com esses pequenos arames, cuidado.
Okay, yeah.
Safety
Joachim's
first.
worried that I'm going to cut myself. We all know that doesn't stop us too often. So we've got different sized rebars coming in. We've got the poles, or I guess some of them are going to be in the ground as well, lengths in the ground. And we've also got the bigger squares, which probably, I don't know, but I would imagine they're going to be footprints.
Pillars.
No, the footprint that the pillar stands on.
Oh, okay.
I would think anyway.
Okay.
I don't know though.
Looking at Eduardo's pictures this morning, you could see where the pillars work, couldn't you?
Yeah.
you know what I'm loving at the moment is getting a glimpse into other people's jobs. You know, there's so many jobs that get done on this earth and by people that you just don't even know exist. And when you meet somebody who does those jobs, you're like, I had no idea. But of course there must be someone who does that job. I just didn't know it existed. Anyway, of course we all know that there's architects and builders and stuff. But I was just loving listening to Eduardo this morning talking about all of the details of where things are going to go. We were talking about shifting a pillar slightly, and he was like, oh, I got to check with the windows and the weights and all of the, I got to do my calculations. And I was like, what a cool job is architecture. This must be so fulfilling. And then watching these guys, they just know what they're doing. They've set up a very, very cool little workspace here. They've evidently got it all under control. They all know what they're doing. They're a great team. And it's just, I don't know, it's nice to get a glimpse into other people's worlds, isn't it? So they're all labelled, and all of those labels must correspond to the design drawings, right?
You have the location on the architect's map.
Yeah. See, this is so cool. Who knew?
Good morning, everybody. It's chilly this morning. I don't know, we're about minus 15 degrees centigrade right now, and freezing our socks off. Mario is right behind us. He's back and he's digging the trenches for some of the foundations to go in. We've got the steel work over there propped up against the shed that the guys have made for themselves. So we're pretty much all ready to go in terms of getting the steel work and the foundations into place. Mario's come along. We'll pop up and have a look at it in a minute. But in short, the tree that we felled the other day, that's the root system of that's got to come out. The very, very corner of our soon-to-be kitchen is right on top of the tree. And as we've said in previous episodes, it was anyway, even if we'd have built a smaller house, it would have been too close to the walls of the house to keep it. And we couldn't move the house to a different location, primarily and entirely because the building permits that we've got meant that we had to build on the same footprint as the existing buildings that we've knocked down, 2 of them. So let me just scramble up the side here somewhere. Oh, there we go. And we'll come up here and we'll have a quick look. So what have we got? Mario's been digging all the way along there. Here we go. There's the edge of the rock. You can see how it's sort of lower here, basically building directly onto that granite rock now. And then it comes up here and along. This house is going to be so strong. It's literally, the footings are going directly on to granite. You can hear the spade scraping along the rock there. The guys have got the footings map, the plans for the foundations out on a breeze block right there, keeping an eye on that. And Eduardo's popping in every now and then just to check that everything's going to plan.
Put your lips on mine. I love it when we hide in the pale blue sky, floating on cloud 9. Do you feel the winds are turning round? what goes up must always
There
come
it goes.
down. I'll be safe in your arms, like the light in the day never part. I'm looking down the line, with you by my side I'll be fine. To earth, it's just as good as up there. I'm gonna keep you near, 'cause you're all I need, my dear. Do you feel the winds are turning round? 'Cause what goes up must always come back down.
Here we go. There's a lot going on at the moment. Mario's just arrived, which is why Obi's shot off in that direction, followed closely behind by Crusoe.
The boys have just literally about 10 minutes ago got back from forest school, which is such good timing because we weren't sure if we were going to miss Mario. The guys are getting the steel up the hill. Look, look, look. There's the first bit of our house going.
That's it. First steel's going in place now. I think Crusoe is probably almost certainly locked himself in that cab. Yep, there he is. Mario knows us well enough now to be able to say this isn't the time for Crusoe, is it?
Yeah, totally.
So if it was
We have
inappropriate,
told him a lot of times, you know, if it's not safe or if he doesn't want to have company in the cab, he's really welcome to just say no. And Crusoe knows as well.
sorry, filming bad because Obi is trying to steal Sawyer's cheese and pepper sandwich. All right, so these right here, this is the foundations. The guys have been working pretty hard on getting those all dug out. And we've got a couple of footprints here that'll be filled with concrete and rebar, I'd imagine. Another one right there, another one right there. And then the front of the house is coming along here. There we go. That's pretty much it. Side of the house goes down that way. Let's go down there. I've got a pooey nappy that smells bad in my hand.
So anyway, today is a day where, well, it started out with us not really thinking an awful lot was going to happen. Obviously, guys are working every single day and things are happening, but in terms of seeing really big progress, it's kind of just been sort of mapping things out, spraying, drilling, you know, extra holes, things like that. So all of a sudden, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Mario's arrived, the guys are moving foundations into place, and it's a pretty big day. It goes from nothing really happening to kind of everything happening all at the same time.
Okay, and on a more fun note than rebar and cement, or rebar and concrete, has anybody noticed the eclectic nature of Tara's recent jumpers?
I had an epic second-hand jumper haul on Vinted recently, and I'm very pleased with all of them, especially this one.
Okay, if you've got weird jumpers, Christmas jumpers, interesting jumpers, and you'd like to share them with us, let us know. Take a photograph of yourself, put it on Instagram and tag TheNewbys, at TheNewbys,
Yeah, let's
wearing
start
your
the-
weirdest jumper possible.
The funky jumper trend.
Funky jumper
So, like,
trend.
it's something I love about this time of year is cozying up in a warm, like, jumper that makes me feel happy. This one's got strawberries, I've got another one that's got like a rainbow pattern on it.
All of them are thrifted, all of them are second-hand, some of them are hand-knitted, bought from thrift shops. I love it. It's one of my like little fashion things. I'm not a fashionista.
Tell about the story of your first Christmas party in the UK.
Oh, it was dreadful. My first New Year's Eve party ever. I said to a friend of mine, I only just moved to England, I said to a friend of mine, what do people wear to these parties? And she just said, well, they wear sparkly things. So I was like, okay. So I went shopping in Next and I bought a jumper very much like this one with a sparkly heart on it, some sequins and a heart. And I went to the New Year's Eve party in a pair of jeans, some Ugg boots and a sparkly jumper. And I arrived and all of the other girls there were in teeny tiny mini skirts and tank tops made of sequins, not jumpers. Anyway, in my mind, it was like the depths of winter, so in order to enjoy a party, I needed to be adequately dressed, nice and warm. Anyway, if you've ever had an experience like that, where you go somewhere and you just feel so inappropriately dressed, I basically felt like a complete frump.
I'd have asked you to marry me right there and then.
Thanks, love.
I would
My
have.
boyfriend at the time spent the entire evening flirting with all the girls in tank tops and hot pants. And I basically sat in a corner in my frumpy jumper. Like, I can feel it in me how I felt at that party, and it was horrible. It was truly
I would have said, do you want to get married? Straight there and then.
I literally took that jumper to a charity shop the next day because it just held so much negativity for me. But anyway, funny story.
Funny story, okay.
My jumper chronicles have improved greatly.
They have.
Since then.
They're still a bit odd though, and I love them. Obi!
Come in.
He's desperate, literally desperate to get in the digger.
He is getting so obedient though. I spend a lot of time with treats in my pocket, like just making sure you know, Obi, sit. Obi. Not all the time. Obi.
He really wants to be in with Crusoe.
Boy, buddy. Good boy. I know it's hard. Anyway, he is getting so much better, isn't he?
All right,
Okay.
let's keep an eye and see what's going on.
The people actually doing the work rather than just you and I nattering on about jumpers.
Let's do it. Okay, once again, I really wish I was being a bit more involved here, but they've made the steel at the factory. They've got the plan here, and I just, you know when you know, even though you really want to be involved in something, that if you did get involved, you'd just be in the way. I definitely get that sense that these guys know what they're doing. They would rather just get on with it rather than, you know, here, John, take this and film it. So let me tell you what's going on at the moment. Here we go. On each one of these pieces of metal, they've got a tag with a number and a letter. And on the piece of paper, that's the map of our floor plan. So it just basically correlates. Take the tag with the metal to the place where it's supposed to be. So just at the back there's a pile of rocks about the same size as the Empire State Building. It is huge pile of rocks. There's another one to add to the collection. I'm super duper confident that we're going to be able to find something really, really cool to do with those rocks. Probably, most likely, Mario will be coming back in the next few weeks to do a project and to carry on the project down at the bio pool. Before January, we really want water to start going in that pool before January so that we're well stocked for the summer. isn't it? Not weird, but it's such a basic, simple principle that the house starts on a couple of pieces of string attached to a nail and a piece of wood. And from that comes a very, very, very specific, exact, precise home. Cool. Do you know, the amount of time Crusoe spends in that cab, I'm sure he knows exactly how to do it all now, but I'm amazed that the boy has got so much patience, and of course Mario. But as a kid myself, I would not have been able to sit still for so long. Even if I was in Mario's digger, I would have got bored way quicker than that. I'm just amazed at Crusoe's patience. Brilliant. 3-year-old kid will sit in there all afternoon, just watch what's going on. Amazing.
Right, the guys are wrapping up for the day. The sun is now set. Joachim's just come to chat to me to say that tomorrow they're going to start putting up the pillars of the foundations. There might be cement, but probably not, because they're going to put the pillars up and then the engineer's going to come to check everything before they start pouring cement. So, big day tomorrow. Engineers on site and pillars. Can't wait. So, we will see you guys in the morning. What a day, you know? Gosh, I am feeling so deeply grateful for all of this, you guys. I can't even express it. So thank you all for being a part of it. It means more than I could ever convey. Gosh, what a life. Thank you. And yeah, we'll see you in the morning. Ciao for now.
How are you doing, Crusoe? Did you dig a good hole?
Yeah.
Been busy?
Yeah, sometimes I like Mario.
Maybe.
Cool.
Yeah.
We could talk under moonlight till dawn.